Because all eyes are on the Oroville Dam this morning, as you know, and the dam's emergency spillway. Take a look at the lake overnight, courtesy of the California Highway Patrol there. Nearly 200,000 people have been ordered to leave their homes downriver, worried that if the spillway could give way, uncontrolled flooding would be unleashed on their communities. Now, as of 5 o'clock this morning, the lake was just over 898 feet. That's about 3 feet below the top of that emergency spillway, so water is no longer going over the top of the spillway. Department of Water Resources officials are trying to drop the lake further, though, to 850 feet. A couple of hours ago, it was around 899 feet. So the water level has dropped somewhat and again is no longer overtopping the emergency spillway. But there is still the issue of that hole that is in the auxiliary spillway that has officials worried that it could grow and cause the spillway to give way. So right now, repair crews are loading up huge rocks and boulders called riprap into baskets. Got a live look here for you where that's happening. Those baskets will then be hauled by helicopter to the erosion areas at the auxiliary spillway, and the rocks drop into those holes to try to stem that erosion and shore up that auxiliary spillway. The DWR's hope is that they'll be able to drop enough of that in there to protect the impacted area from further erosion. This doesn't mean the emergency is over. Yesterday, they were so concerned that the dam, the auxiliary spillway at the dam could give way. They implied they thought it was imminent, but they've since discovered that it wasn't quite as bad as they thought, but they still need to work on a fix there. So meanwhile, mass evacuations have nearly 200,000 people leaving their homes. Sean Bennett joins us live from Butte County near Oroville Dam with more details. Sean?
Yeah, you know, Marianne, coming up here 3 days last week, you see cars and trucks everywhere. This morning, coming through the city of Oroville, making our way up to the dam, there was nobody out here except for law enforcement, Cal OES, roadblocks, and people making sure that no one can get through this area up to the spillways near the dam. And I can tell you right now, here at the Visitor Center, they are probably prepping for the next morning briefing, expect to take place in the next couple of hours. Now, these evacuations were the real deal yesterday, and the announcement was made just after 4 o'clock when severe erosion was spotted on the auxiliary spillway here in Oroville Dam in Butte County, with fears it could collapse. Right now, the flow over the auxiliary spillway has stopped. Meanwhile, water officials are releasing 100,000 cubic feet per second over the damaged main spillway to try and drop the lake level at least 50 feet. Well, now it's dry today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, but the next storm starting Thursday going through the weekend, which could be a major issue here in Butte County.
One of the key things for us is we need to, evacuate some of the water that's behind that reservoir so we can get ready for the incoming storms. Right now, the inflow into the reservoir is 40,000 CFS. We're discharging 100,000 CFS. So again, we're making additional flood control storage. We need to do that for a length of time so we can make room for the anticipated storm here later this week.
Now, all evacuation orders are still in effect until further notice. Again, you will not be able to get through Marysville unless you are the media or any kind of law enforcement agency. They have that roadblock set up way back on Highway 70 heading back towards Sacramento. Marianne, we'll send it back over to you.
All right, Sean Bennett there at Oroville Dam for us this morning with the latest. Sean, thank you. The California Department of Water Resources has tweeted where people who are evacuating can find more information. People from Butte County can call 211 from a landline or a cell phone. People in Yuba or Sutter counties can call this toll-free number, 866-916-3566. Last night's evacuation orders caused a major backup on Highway 20 as people tried to leave town. People living in Oroville, which is a city of about 16,000, were asked to go north toward Chico above the dam. In Yuba County, those in Marysville and other communities in the county's valley floor to the south were asked to head further south or take routes east or west.
You came from Marysville, that's only like 10 miles away.
Yeah.
It's taken you 3 hours to get this far.
Yeah.
Has it been frustrating?
Yes.
How long you guys been in the car for?
For about since 6 o'clock.
Yeah, about 9 hours.
Has traffic been frustrating?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
How are you handling it?
Oh well, we're
right,
good,
we're
but
hanging in there.
everyone's being courteous and kind to each other.
Authorities urged people to reach out to family and friends and elderly neighbors to help them evacuate and find a safe place to stay, but not everyone is leaving.
Well, of course, I'm very concerned, just like everybody else, but I'm going to stay and stick it out, and unfortunately, there are individuals that will take advantage of such situations of knowing that everybody's gone. So I'm going to stick it out, and my neighbors have a very tall, big house, and they're leaving also, but so I'm going to stick around to keep an eye on everything, and if it gets really bad, I have somewhere to go that's up high.
Police are patrolling the streets, as we said, to make sure that people don't take advantage of the situation. Gas stations were overwhelmed by evacuees looking to fill up their cars. Last night, there were long lines at this Shell station in Marysville. The station appeared to be short on gasoline. Our sister station, CBS 13, talked with one man who said he waited in line for an hour to end up getting 9 cents worth of gas. But not everyone is fleeing the potential flood zone, as we said. Thousands of people evacuating have left several areas of Butte County looking like ghost towns. This is a video of the evacuated downtown Oroville. Within hours of that evacuation order, the city was pretty clear with cars already on the road heading out. Evacuees from Butte County have found shelter throughout Northern California. 250 people are seeking refuge at Beale Air Force Base. According to a Facebook post from the base, they expect to get many more as the evacuation orders continue. The base saying, Team Beale understands the hardships many are enduring. We want to offer all of the aid that we can. And speaking of help, we're getting a little help from Mother Nature right now with a dry spell here as we continue to see those lake levels drop at Oroville, which is good news, but we do have more rain coming in.
We do, and unfortunately some of the mountain areas could get 6 to 7 inches of rain from the next series of storms coming through here between Wednesday night and Tuesday. So we're expecting to see a whole bunch of rain come in here. So we got 2 days to kind of dry things out. Once again, this is what we've been talking about all morning long. That damaged concrete spillway forced them to open up the emergency spillway. And then that's what we're seeing the problem with today. If it sends that uncontrolled water down into the feather weather, it could be like a 30-foot tall wave of water. So please take this stuff seriously. There's a flash flood warning for the Oroville area until 4:15 p.m. Failure of that spillway is possible, and they're saying move to higher ground now. If you've not evacuated yet, please do. You're putting yourself and safety officials in danger by staying. All right, flood warning for the rest of us goes until 9:15 tonight. Rivers and streams are full, and they got fast flows, and of course that water's got no place to go because the ground is so saturated. So we hopefully the next 2 days can dry things out enough where we can get prepared for the next system to come in here. Had some high thin clouds sneak in overnight. That kind of worked in our favor. We're not seeing real thick fog because of that. But notice all this activity back to the west. There's a series of storms going to be moving in here Wednesday through Tuesday. Really think it's going to be late Wednesday, and Thursday looks like it's going to be really raining with widespread rain, high snow levels to start off, but then we'll get those snow levels down to 3,000 feet by Sunday, and then Sunday's storm looks like it's a doozy. Monday and Tuesday could be really wet as well. Current temperature is 41 in Sacramento, 41 in Stockton, 39 in Auburn, get 36 in Sonora, 20 in South Lake Tahoe. Light winds this morning, and we thought we'd see some fog this morning, but those high clouds have really hampered it. We still have some fog trying to form around Truckee, about 3 miles of visibility. You got 6 miles of visibility in Stockton. Everybody else has got 10, so that's all right. We'll wait on the system to get here. There's something ahead of it, this area of high pressure. It's what we call a blocking ridge, so we think it's going to kind of give it the atmospheric Heisman until the second part of Wednesday, and that's when the storm will start moving in here. The first wave will be very warm, pushing snow levels up to about 8,000 feet. 62 in Modesto today, 63 in Manteca, 62 in Tracy. Clouds will be high and thin, so you'll see some blue in the skies as well. 63 in Sacramento, 62 in Roseville. Here's your extended forecast. You can see starting late on Wednesday, going all the way through Sunday on that graphic, but we think it's going to rain all the way through Tuesday. There you go, Court, over to you.
All right, thank you, Cody. Let's get you updated.